Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice math problem, which is 27 to the power of x minus 3 to the power of x. This is equal to 60. So what is the value of x, given that x is an element of real numbers? Now let's provide a solution from here. Now we have 27, which is the same thing as 3 to the power of 3, raised to the power of x, subtract 3 to the power of x. This is equal to 60. Now, 3 to the power of 3 to the power of x, this is in the form of a to the power of n raised to the power of m, which we can express as a to the power of m raised to the power of n. Now, applying this identity, then we have 3 to the power of x raised to the power of 3, then subtract 3 to the power of x. This is equal to 60. Now, since we have 3 to the power of x is common here, then we can let 3 to the power of x be equal to u. So let's substitute u where we have 3 to the power of x, so that we have u to the power of 3 minus u. This is equal to 60. Now the next step is to take 60 on the left hand side, so that now we have u to the power of 3 minus u, subtract 60. This is equal to 0. Now the next step is that we have 60. This is the same thing as 4 multiplied by 15. Now we can express minus u. This is the same thing as minus 16u plus 15u. So in this case, we can substitute where we have minus u with minus 16u plus 15u. So that now we have u to the power of 3, subtract 16u plus 15u, subtract 60. This is equal to 0. Now we can express u to the power of 3 as u times u to the power of 2, subtract 16, multiplied by u, then plus 15, multiplied by u, then subtract 60. 60 is the same thing as 15, multiplied by 4. This is equal to 0. So from the first part here, we have that u is common here, so we can factor out u into the parentheses. This is u to the power of 2, subtract 16, then plus. Now in the second part here, we have 15 is common here, so we can factor out 15 into the parentheses. This is u, subtract 4. This is equal to 0. Now we have u squared minus 16. This is the difference of two perfect squares expressed as a squared minus b squared, which we can express as a plus b multiplied by a minus b. Now applying this identity, then this means we have u into the parentheses. This is u plus 4 multiplied by u minus 4, then plus 15 into the parentheses. This is u minus 4. This is equal to 0. Now if you check here, we have that u minus 4 is common here, so we can factor out u minus 4 into the parentheses. This is u multiplied by u plus 4, then plus 15, cross the parentheses. This is equal to 0. Now here we have u minus 4 into the parentheses. This is u times u. This is u to the power of 2, then plus 4 times u, which is 4u, then plus 15. This is equal to 0. Now we have got two parts here. We have that u minus 4. This is equal to 0. And here we have u to the power of 2 plus 4u plus 15. this is equal to 0. Now we have that u is equal to 4 from here. And the second part here, this is a quadratic equation of the form au squared plus bu plus c, this is equal to 0. From this quadratic equation, we have that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4, and c is equal to 15. Now, let's assess the nature of the root of this quadratic equation. That is by determining the discriminant value, which is b squared minus 4ac. Let's substitute a, b, and c in this formula here, so that we have 4 to the power of 2 minus 4 times a, which is 1, then times c, which is 15. So this implies that we have 4 squared is 16 minus 4, that is minus 4 times 15. This is minus 60. So 16 minus 60, this is equal to minus 44. And actually this is less than 0. And this means we have two complex roots here. These are two complex roots. And this indicates that there is no real solution that can be obtained from this quadratic equation. So therefore, this quadratic equation is rejected. This quadratic equation is rejected. Now, we have that u is equal to 4. We have u is equal to 4. And if you recall, we have seen that let 3 to the power of x be equal to u. So this means we have 3 to the power of x. This is equal to 4. To solve for x here, let's introduce logarithm on both sides. We have log 3 to the power of x. This is equal to log 4. Now, log 3 to the power of x, this is in the form of log a to the power of n, which can be expressed as n log a. Applying this power log property, then log 3 to the power of x becomes x log 3. This is equal to log 4. So let's divide both sides by log 3. Now let's simplify log 3 and log 3 here, so that now x is equal to, this is log 4 divided by log 3. Log 4 over log 3, this is in the form of log a divided by log b, that we can express as log a to base b. Now applying this property, then we have that x is equal to, this is log 4 to base 3. So this is the value of x. This is the value of x. Now the next step is to check if this value of x satisfies the equation. Now, if you recall, we entered 27 to the power of x, subtract 3 to the power of x. This is supposed to give us a value of 60. Let's substitute the value of x here, so that we have 27 raised to the power of log 4 to base 3 minus 3 raised to the power of log 4 to base 3. This is supposed to give us a value of 60. Now, we can express 27. This is the same thing as 3 to the power of 3. So this is 3 to the power of 3 raised to the power of log 4 to base 3 minus 3 to the power of log 4 to base 3. This is supposed to give us a value of 60. Now, we can express this as 3 to the power of 3 log 4 to base 3, subtract 3 to the power of log 4 to base 3. This is supposed to give us a value of 60. Now, this 3 here is a power. Remember, this is in the form of n log a, which can be expressed as log a to the power of So this means this is 3 to the power of log 4 to the power of 3, then to base 3. Subtract 3 to the power of log 4 to base 3. This should give us a value of 60. Now, 3 to the power of log 4 raised to the power of 3 to base 3, and 3 to the power of log 4 to base 3. This is in the form of a to the power of log b to base a, and this is supposed to give us a value of b. Applying this logarithm property, then we have 3 to the power of log 4 to the power of 3 to base 3. This is supposed to give us 4 to the power of 3, which is equal to 64. And we have that 3 to the power of log 4 to base 3. This should give us a value of 4. Let's substitute 64 and 4 in the equation here. So this is the same thing as 64 subtract 4. This is supposed to give us a value of 60. 64 minus 4, this is equal to 60, and this is equal to 60. So this means that the left add side is equal to the right add side. And this implies that the value of x here, which is log 4 to base 3, actually satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps. If you have alternative solution method, kindly showcase in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.